Boys and girls, one of the things that I miss most, besides your faces and your voices, is our story time together. So I thought today I would just do a story, one of my favorites, that we usually do somewhere in the beginning of April. And this year we weren't together in the beginning of April. So I thought I'd read it today. It's called Knuffle Bunny. And look, it has a special award that I know you've talked about with Mrs. Casamassa in the library. It is a Caldecott Award. It has a medal because it was one of the best picture books of the year that it was written. And it was written by Mo Willems. Mo Willems wrote the words, so he's called the author. And he drew the pictures, so he's called the illustrator. Yeah. Now, Mo Willems did something kind of cool though. He did draw these pictures. You can tell they're drawn. But look, the background looks like a picture taken with a camera. So Mo Willems is a photographer too. And he drew the pictures on top. He drew the illustrations on top of his pictures. Knuffle Bunny. Do you notice anything strange about that title? Knuffle Bunny. Knuffle Bunny. Do you hear the K? Neither do I. K is very shy when N comes around, so we don't hear the K. He hides behind the N and said, "You do the talking." That's what K does when he's near the N. Knuffle Bunny by Mo Willems. You can tell who's in this story. Look at that little girl. I love her big eyes. Knuffle Bunny. Look at this inside cover. It looks like there's a stuffed bunny inside of a washing machine. Can you see the bubbles? Here are the family pictures. I bet you have family pictures at your house. There is a mommy and a daddy getting married. And there is the mommy and the daddy with a new baby. And there is the mommy and the daddy and the baby going for, looks like maybe a hike. And there is that baby a little bit bigger and she's giving a huge hug to, I bet that's some sort of a bunny. Maybe that is Knuffle Bunny. Let's see. Not long ago, before she could even speak words, Trixie went on an errand with her daddy. This must be Trixie. This must be her daddy. There's her mommy waving goodbye. And look, Trixie looks like she must live in a big city, in a big apartment house. And looks like they're going on an errand to do the laundry. Trixie and your daddy went down the block, through the park. And look at the background on all these pictures. A photographer took those pictures and then Mo Willems drew the illustrations on top. They went past the school and into the laundromat. In a big city, they don't usually have a laundry room right inside their apartment, so they go to a laundromat. Look at all those washing machines. Trixie helped her daddy put the laundry in the machine. Does it look like Trixie's helping? Where's Knuffle Bunny now? She was holding him. Oh, there he is. Knuffle Bunny's in the laundry basket. She even got to put the money into the machine. And then they left. They'll come back to get the laundry when it's all done. But a block or so later, Trixie realized something. You can tell she realized something because she has her big eyes and she has her unhappy mouth. Ooh. Trixie turned to her daddy, oh, and there's her speech bubble, and said, Aggle, flaggle, clabble. That's right, replied her daddy. We're going home. That didn't help. Look at Trixie's big eyes. Daddy didn't know what Trixie said. There's her speech bubble again. Aggle, flaggle, gabble, said Trixie again. Daddy's thinking, I don't know what she's saying. Blaggle, plabble, wumpy fappy, she's trying to tell him. Now, please don't get fussy, said her daddy. Well, she had no choice. Trixie bawled, "Wah!" She went boneless. Look at Daddy's worried face. She did everything she could to show how unhappy she was. Oh, look at her arms flailing. She's having kind of a temper tantrum. What is she trying to tell her daddy? Do you know? What's missing? By the time they got home, her daddy was unhappy too. Look, he's holding her inside of his elbow, and he does not have a happy face. As soon as Trixie's mommy opened the door, she asked, here's her speech bubble, "Where's Knuffle Bunny?" Daddy has his keys ready to open the door. Look at Trixie's eyes now. What do you think she's thinking? I think she might be thinking, that's what I was trying to tell you. The whole family ran down the block, and they ran through the park, and they zoomed past the school and into the laundromat. Because where is that Knuffle Bunny? Anybody know? Trixie's daddy looked for Knuffle Bunny. And he looked, and he looked, and he looked. Did they find Knuffle Bunny yet? But Knuffle Bunny was nowhere to be found. Oh, look at Trixie's worried eyes now. So Trixie's daddy decided to look harder. He's got a determined face. I'm gonna find that bunny. And so he put his whole body into the washing machine until Trixie's speech bubble. Knuffle Bunny! And those were the first words Trixie ever said.